record on this computer, and then I'll post it after again if you guys have new coaches who joined or they can't join, or if we've said something you were like, I didn't write it down because my kid was screaming, but I really need that. That way you guys can go back and watch this. So with that being said, who wants to go first with questions or concerns or struggles or anything that you've had from last week to this week or overall? And we can just go around in a powwow circle if you want. All right, let's start with Alexa.
Hi.
Hi, what do you got? Any questions or anything from last week or things that popped up?
I honestly don't have huge questions this week. I kind of jumped on just to kind of soak in other people's questions and see what that triggered for me. So
awesome. Okay, well, if you think of anything, just unmute and say. Okay,
thanks.
Cool. You're welcome. All right. Jess, I think you're at work maybe, so I'm not gonna, you unmute if you want to. Bridget, how about you? I'm gonna unmute you. Any particular questions?
I literally just rolled out of bed.
I wish I looked that good when I just rolled out of bed.
You're not seeing up close. I think I had asked a bunch of them yesterday about the whole money thing, and I was talking to my husband about it, and he's like, you're not dealing with people who don't want to spend. He's like, it's not the money for them. He's like, most of those people, it's just the people, they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
it's an easy excuse, right?
Yeah, it is. I think there's maybe a handful of people like yourself and your story, because you've shared that with us, that legitimately don't actually have the money to do it.
Oh yeah, you'll see people with their Starbucks and their this and their that, and it's like you make money for what you want to be a priority in your life.
Yeah.
You scrounge up your $5 for your coffee, or you find money to get your hair done. You know what I mean? Like I find money. But I couldn't back then. I mean, I didn't get my hair done because we literally didn't have money. But there is just a small percentage who, doesn't. And then there's a lot who just use it as an easy out because they don't necessarily want to do it just yet.
Yeah. I do have a question actually just popped in. So a lot of these people will be like, oh, well, I'm actually working with a personal trainer right now, or I go to the gym. So should I just be like, well, you know what, you can do this alongside the gym? I wouldn't be pushy. Okay.
No, I literally say, that is so awesome. I love that you have a gym. I would use this as a supplement to your gym if that's your routine. So say it's raining, say you can't get there, say your kid gets sick, so that you don't have to say, I can't do it. Because when you break down Beachbody On Demand for the year, it's $100, it's $8 a month. I'm like, that's it's like cents per day, like 33 cents. I don't know, something ridiculous. It's like, what about on those days that you just can't make it there or you're flustered? Wouldn't you want a backup plan? Rather than being like, can't do this, or I got to make up my own. So I always tell people, I'm like, I love that. I think that's great. This is something that I would just add to that, what you're already doing, because it makes it that much better. And then I would also talk to them a lot about the supplements. Like, oh, that's awesome that you go into the gym a lot. Are you fueling your body properly before and after, so you're maximizing your gym results?
Okay.
And that's where I would go from there. And that way, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer to get the bod when you're looking at a challenge pack with supplements. If they're I would use what I would recommend for any gym goer is Shakeology, Energize, and Recover. That's my go-tos. I use them every day. And then for bod, it's like $10 more, when you buy the challenge pack. So I would say just get a pack, have the bod as a backup. That's just kind of like a bonus. And then they're all set to go and they're fueling properly. So I would focus on that aspect of it.
Okay. So I was going to be quiet because I'm at work, but quickly, I'm a gym person. I'm not an at-home workout person, so I can definitely say firsthand on this one that I would just super stress for me, mostly the Shakeology, and then just Jack said, bod just supplements it on the days I can't make it to the gym. But I'm a lifter. I'm not a 20-minute at-home person. I'm a go to the gym for an hour and a half, spend an hour and a half there. That's what I like to do. I like to lift. I like to kickbox. I like to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So for me, getting to me was more the Shakeology and the protein shakes and the, hey, you can do this while you're on the go, while you're running.
Yeah.
Because it's insane, versus the workouts were just kind of the benefit, because why not pay the extra little bit of money and supplement it? So But yeah, now I'm gonna go back to work. Okay, bye.
I love it. I figured that was you. I was like, no video. It says Jess. And then I got a text from you. Yeah, definitely working and listening. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, Tracy Rigg was the same way. She came in and she was like, oh, I go to the gym. I need Shakeology. Like, I need it. You know, so make sure when you're posting, you're speaking to that need. If you're finding a lot of people say, I go to the gym, okay, then they're not going to come to your at-home workouts just like Jess. But if you're posting about your supplements as well, which we should be, and I do not do a great job of this. It's like my kids. Don't do as I do as I say. Post about I'm getting better about it on my Instagram stories, but man, I mean, something moved in the garage? It's weird. We don't have animals. Just stay out of the garage. I figure that situation out. Yeah, so definitely post about that as well. And, you know, I just say like my superfood shake, or I just say, you know, I don't like personally for me calling it mom crack. I would love to come up with a better, like brainstorm a better name for Energize. You know, people hashtag it just doesn't, I don't know, I feel weird saying it. I don't really want to encourage the use of drugs. So I really want to come up with something else besides Energize or pre-workout. So if you guys have a fancy name, throw it at me. Focus on those, definitely. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? And feel free to just unmute. I mean, it's going to be loud over here because Jude's Jude.
I can unmute.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'm at a point where I just feel a little bit overwhelmed. I mean, there's a lot to learn and a lot to do as far as getting up and going, but now, like this week, we have sports stuff starting and we have back to school stuff starting, and I feel like, I don't know, like I'm behind, and I'm not trying to have like pressure on myself to like get every single thing done.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time I feel that pressure, and I'm having like not catching up with messages like
and that's going to be forever because you're a mom first. That's a good thing. Like you're gonna, so you really have to like lean into God and just ask for help and ask and know that I do the same thing. I'm like, I can't even open my inbox this week because we had back to school, we had done traveling, we were camping, we were unpacking. I'm totally cool with it because if people are reaching out to me and saying like, hey, I need help, and I see that, you know how you can see a little bit of the message, I make sure I'm like, okay, those people need me right now in the moment. But as far as sending more invites, that's crazy. I will not do that if I know I'm having a crazy week of traveling. The week I was driving up to Massachusetts with 4 boys, I was not sending invites. I was barely messaging anybody. I was like voice messaging my coaches. That was it. Because that's why we do this job, and always remind yourself, you're going to grow. You're not going to grow unless you quit. You're going to grow. The seasons of growth for moms is different because we do have other priorities, and that's okay. There are other teams that grow much faster than ours, or they rank up to diamond right away, or 15-star. Guys, I'm still a 4-star. I've been in this for 5 years, and I know that my growth is slower. But Susan said to me, she's amazing. She's one of our leaders. She said, Jack, look at these people who ranked to 15-star. Would you sacrifice and give up all the time that you have been able to have with your children for that rank and that money? I was like, hell no, I'm not going to get that back, but I'll get to 15-star in time. And it's such a, and she only said this to me like 6 months ago, because I do the same thing. I get down on myself and I'm like, I know I could be doing more. And I was like, but would I have given up all the trips I've taken with the boys, all the times that I've said, you know, I can't get to you guys right now, I will come back, but I am a mom, I'm God first, self-care, husband, and my kids, like non-negotiable. And so don't ever feel bad about it. Just be open and honest about if you're struggling. I share it I share it through my posts and say like, if you've messaged me, I'm so sorry, I'll get back to you soon. And I do that often because I'm like, I'm not trying to leave people hanging, but we are human, okay? And we have priorities. So yeah, I've been there. Don't send new messages. Yeah, Bridget?
I wanted to say to Noelle, because that was Noelle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted to say to you too that I have felt the exact same way this week, literally the same. So you're not alone at all. I'm a mom too, and I felt like I want to push so hard, and I want to check off all the boxes, and I want to learn and watch these videos, and I want to send out invites, which I've struggled with too, because I really don't want to be salesy, but I know you have to do this to make this business work. And then my mom, like my kids need me, and I have to take, it's like the last couple weeks of summer for my kids. So you have to take, I want to take them places. I want to do things with them, you know, so you're not alone at all. and I don't want you to like seriously, I felt the exact same way you've been feeling this week. So
yeah. And I'll just say, if you push through these times, the next time it's less, you're making yourself feel bad less. You're like, no, this is okay. And every time you push through a season like this, you're like, no, it's okay, because your kids are going to go back to school. You're going to have sports. I message people when I'm at sports real quick, but I do a block of time for it. I'm like, he's playing. I'm going to see an hour-long game. I can sneak and do 10 minutes of voice messages right quick. Like, knowing my limits and my boundaries as well. And also communicating with my kids. I mean, Jackson and Emmett were 3 and 1 when I started this business. And we would have Mondays at home. Obviously, they didn't go to school. Jackson didn't even go to school till he was 4. And Mondays would be my day to do everything. I would literally put food on the coffee table. They would destroy the house. And I was like, this is my business day. And they were 3 and 1. So I'm like Jude's age. You understand? And I say, mommy has to work. If mommy doesn't work inside of the home, mommy's eventually going to work outside of the home like daddy. And I can't spend as much time with you as I want. So I'm very, very open with my kids. And I say, I work. And they're like, well, why do you have to do this? Or why can't you lay with me? Because you have a call. And then that mom guilt sneaks in, right? And I'm like, because if I didn't do these calls with these women who God has called me to serve, I was like, how can I be the mom that you need me to be? I was like, yes, I can lay with you. I can snuggle with you. But when I say it's bedtime, as I put you to bed 45 minutes ago, and now you're just pushing the limits because you know I have a call, it's still that guilt is going to sneak in. But that guilt truly comes from the enemy, because he does not want you to be a part of this.
Yeah.
The enemy's like, nope, get out. You can't be here.
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday, because I just started feeling overwhelmed, because it was just like my inbox was like ding, ding, ding. And I just keep seeing these messages piling up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I can't. Like,
and if you haven't, turn off your notifications.
Yeah, and on my post, I was just like, if you've messaged me within, the past 2 days, like, I'm not ignoring you. Like, I totally see you, and I will get to you, like, ASAP.
Yeah, and honestly, turn off every notification. Everything.
Yeah.
I have nothing on. No sounds, no nothing. I don't even have them pop up. The only thing that pops up on my phone is my text messages, and if someone calls me. That is it. So that's why I tell my coach, I'm like, if you really need me, text me. I still won't hear it, so I don't get back to you right away, because I don't get back until I'm at my phone, and oftentimes I don't open it until I know I can answer it.
Yeah.
So I'm in the thick, and I'm like, it's a text message. I see you, but right now, Jude's screaming at me. I'm preparing lunch. I'm not even going to open it because it will cause me stress. I've gotten so good about setting boundaries, because there is a time, or even if people are like, well, I saw you were on Instagram stories. Yes, because my time block set aside for Instagram stories right now. Like every couple, because now that's my 100 days of Instagram story. So but it's my time. I don't have to explain my time to you. I need to own it and be happy. And I'm proud of myself. I'm kicking butt on finding a balance. And I'm doing my Instagram story, and you're grossing me out, licking me. So yeah, I think that's a really good point to bring up, and you'll get better at giving yourself grace.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else have questions? Questions about the health bet, how to invite to it, questions about just inviting period.
I feel like I am struggling with posting. Like, I feel like, okay, I post my workout and I post a little bit about my kids. What else can I do to post? I guess to get people interested, or I don't know. Like, I'm struggling. I'm not a big poster to begin with. Like, for Instagram and Facebook, I wasn't very big on that anyway. Yeah. So I'm trying to post every day that I'm, completed my workout, but I don't know what else to put out there to get people even interested.
That's what I would brainstorm. And it's not so much about what to put out there to get them interested. They want to follow you and your journey and your story. So brainstorm 5 things about you that people maybe don't know. And so when you're stuck, like, what am I going to post about? Is it going to be my dog or my cat or my favorite foods or guacamole, because I love guacamole? Like, 5 things. And as soon as I started posting about guacamole, and I love it, I've never shared about it. I don't know how many memes tagged or sent to me about my love for guacamole. People want to connect with the normal side of you too. So don't focus so much on, what am I going to post to have people sign up? No. You say, what am I going to post to share a piece of me with my friends and my followers today?
Okay.
Because we tend to do that. Like, oh, this post isn't good enough. oh, it's definitely not going to get people to sign up. It's like, who cares? The post about Jude squishing my face. We were laying down for a nap, and I was like, this can't be real. And I was like looking at all those things. I'm like, what they tell you before parenting and after. And I was dying, and I was like, this is something I should share because I laugh at, like, I'm hilarious, and I think I'm the funniest person in the world, and I laugh all day long, and I don't share enough funny and things like that. Like, if that's your thing, do you spend time? What do you do in the dark? I look at funny memes on my downtime, or I plan trips, or I look up races for us to do, or what do you do in your downtime that people don't know about? Think about that. Like, are you crafty? Do you Pinterest? Do you search Amazon Prime for random stuff? You know, like, are you an Amazon Prime mom or a Pinterest mom? Share stuff like that. People want to know because I can connect with you. If you say Amazon Prime, I'm like, yes. If you say Pinterest, putting everything in a pin and leaving it there and hoping one day you'll get it, yes. If you say you do stuff on Pinterest, I'm like, oh, girl, you can come to my house and do it for me, but I can't. I was like, and I still love you. But, you know, it's a different connection you're building. So think outside the box.
Okay.
That's a good question. Okay, who else? We have like 13 minutes left.
I just want to say real quick, something that I started doing too, because I get like random ideas in my head about what to post about, but I don't have time to put together. So I just throw it in the notes section of my phone. And then when I can kind of match a picture to it, I put it all together at like 9:30 at night. That works for me.
I feel like too, like, I don't know what to say, like, if I were to go, like, on a Facebook Live or Instagram Live, like, I don't know how to put myself out there in a bigger way where people can actually connect other than just a photo.
Well, you can share a story. This is the way I look at it. I want to share a story about something that relates to it. And then at the end, I either add value or do a call to action, right? So usually, like, that's my format. It's either I'm sharing a story or I'm thinking I'm going to add value. I'm going to give tips on something that worked for me. Like yesterday, I was not into that live at all, but I was like, this is all the stuff that I've done to prep for school. Emotionally, I didn't feel good yesterday at all. I was sick, and I was like, okay. But I really wanted to go live because I knew I had the tips. So I went live anyways, even though my energy wasn't fully there, and I would never recommend that for someone. But at the same time, I was like, I know if I don't do it right now, you're going to never do it. So I did. You know, so think about what tips can you get? How can you add value to people's lives? What can you share about your story that someone might relate to? Share a struggle that you're working through and how. I always share how you're overcoming it, right? Otherwise, it's just complaining.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm working through this. It's hard, but if you struggle the same way I do, like, let me know. Let's do this together. Boom, that's a call to action. You have to be like, join me now, 10 spots open. You know, be you. And you can your first live. Like, this makes me really nervous. Like, I've never gone live before, but I want to grow as a person, so I'm pushing outside of my comfort zone. And I'm going to continue to do this forever. So get used to seeing me, you know? Oh my gosh, I'll have to send you guys my first YouTube live or YouTube video. I would love to know where my first Facebook Live was. They're so awkward. It's so bad, and it's hysterical, and I leave them on my YouTube because I was like, that's growth. I like to see how, I was like, hello, I'm now going to tell you all about working out. Like, so I'll send that to you guys because you're going to be like, that's how bad it was, and look at the growth. Just look at the growth. So yeah, I think it definitely comes with time. You know, sharing tips, sharing a story, sharing a struggle, and how to overcome it. Those are 3 really good things. Cool. All right. Who else?
Jack, I was gonna say too. I think it's in our new team training there where there's a is it the Instagram training from Jatana Jackson? That was like super helpful.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
Yeah, definitely. There's so, and I know it can be overwhelming when you go into the units.
Some tape.
Yeah, I have tape. Please don't use it all. When you can go into the units, but if you kind of create yourself like an organization schedule, like
This is my tape.
print out a calendar and then write, okay, I'm going to do unit 1, module 1, then module 2, then module 3. Like, write it all down for yourself so you're not like, I have to get through it all today. You know, and then you're actually watching it and applying it. Watching it and applying it rather than rushing to get through all these trainings and you're like, well, I don't really remember, but I think I had learned that somewhere. Where was that? I would create like a notebook. Like, take it like a class. You know, it's all there for you. I would take it like a college course where you sit down, you're in charge of your own work. Like, it's like an online college course. That's the best way I can describe it. Get yourself a notebook for it, create a calendar for your curriculum, and literally just unit 1, unit 2, and don't overwhelm yourself and think you're going to get through it and remember everything in a few weeks. Like, it's just not possible. I'm still learning stuff 5 years later, and I'm so okay with that, because I'm like, you know what? I don't know what that answer is. I have coaches ask me things all the time. Like Shell, I got to see if she makes diamond. Shell was racing for diamond by today, and we were talking every day, back, forth. And there's some things that I was like, girl, I can tell you what I think the answer is, but I'm going to tell you to call Coach Relations, because I don't even want, I'm like 99% sure, but on the off 1% chance, I don't want you to trust me and let me be like, the reason you didn't make it, go call Coach Relations. And I'd say the same thing to all of you. Go call Coach Relations. Have them walk you through it. Call them again if you don't understand it. Watch another YouTube video. Team cycle bonuses. Just like last week, I told you, I watched it like 10 times. I'm not exaggerating, because I didn't understand it, because it was so new to me. It was so foreign. So I would say go through that. But the base of this, Jess and I were talking last night. She's like, I'm overwhelmed. How do I do this? What do I do? And I was like, you literally just make a list of names and invite them. You can use the 2 invites I sent yesterday. The one was pretty generic with the 9-1 start. You can leverage the health bet. I sent that there. I sent that script this morning. Like, literally make a list of names and invite, and that's it. And then if you get stuck and you don't know how to match them to a program, reach out to the new coach thread. Or you get stuck, reach out to the new coach thread. Or you're feeling lost, reach out. But that's all this business is, and we always overcomplicate it. Always, because, I don't know, maybe just because we're women and our brains are like this, and we always think there's so much we have to know before we can invite, and it's just not true. Make a list of names and invite them. And it's really nice to go, like, feel like, well, I feel like I have to talk to them and get to know them first. Yeah, you will get to know them. My messages now are very rarely are they lengthy and over months. Usually when people come to me now, they know, like, okay, they're ready. It's a 5 message back and forth. They're ready to get signed up. Again, that took a lot of time for them to love, know, and trust me, which is fine, and I'm fine with taking that time. But make a list and invite. Then follow up. Make a list, invite, follow up. If you do nothing else, just post. On the really hard weeks, just post. Just don't disappear. And if you want to disappear and you need a break, I have no problem saying I'm going on a social media detox. I just had Louise was like, well, I'm going to be traveling and this and that and service. And I said, go on a social media detox. Let people know I'm going to bounce for 5 days, but I'm going to be back. Know what that does? It builds trust and lets people know you're human, and lets them know, like, hey, self-care is important to me and I need a break. It is okay. So as long as you're being open and honest and communicating with people, you guys have got this. Yeah, Bridget.
I feel like that's one thing about social media that we've learned and taught ourselves is that you don't be honest, is that you have this fake front and this facade, and your life's perfect, and you only post about the good things and the good emotions and the happy days. And what you're telling us, which is all good, we all need to know this and hear it because we see it on your post. You're so real and honest and raw. That's what we need to be too, even though it's against what we've all probably ever really done.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Your dog post yesterday. You're sharing about your dog. That's hard. Oh my gosh, that's hard. I literally went through it almost 5 years ago, and it was heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. But people like me, I saw that, and I have a hard time staying focused long enough to read through posts, or I'm always commenting and loving, but I'm skimming, and I was reading hanging on every word, because I knew that emotion. I know people have gone through that. That was not easy for you to share, especially because people have opinions.
Right.
We don't like hearing other people's opinions when they don't agree with us, but their opinion doesn't matter. Their opinion does not matter. Their opinion is going to stop you from reaching your dreams and helping your family, and it was their opinion. It's not a fact. You know how many negative YouTube comments I just went in and deleted yesterday on my video that says all about Beachbody and saying it's a scam because people said it was a scam, and I was like, well, I'm going to do a video, and it picked up a lot of traction. It has 84,000 views, which is crazy to me. But there are 700 likes and 400 thumbs down. And then someone is always saying awful things on there. How terrible I am, a terrible human, and I'm scamming people, and I'm doing this. So I made a post about it today because I was arguing with God. We had an amazing call last night for our Bible study fellowship. It was just so good. And then still the enemy snuck in this morning and was like, because I was like, wow, God, and I kept saying, like, this is so cool. And then Jude freaked out. Honest to God, I think it was possessed last night. He was insane. Like, it was nuts. It was nuts. After I was like, whoa, okay, take it back. Like, I was just on a natural high from the call. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, why do I think I can do this? Why do I think that I'm capable of raising the broken to life? Like, that's a huge job. That's a huge job. And why do I think I can attract women that want to take on such a huge job as well? Like, why, who am I? And God's like, I don't care who you think you are. I don't care who they think you are. I care who I think you are. And I'm telling you, this is what you are meant to do. And so I argued with him all morning, and I didn't even I got into the word after, but I came down and put on my praise and worship, and I just started writing. And that's what the post I shared this morning was, the argument between me and God. And at the end of the day, other people's opinions don't matter. My opinion doesn't matter. It's what we are called to do. And when something aches at you and aches at you and aches at you, and like we're feeling this pain because we want to work, or this guilt because we want to work, it's because truly we were created to help other people, and helping other women to serve their true purpose, to feel damn good in their skin and to want more for their life is incredible. When you see them come along, and there's going to be a lot of people quit along the way. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to call you a liar, or you're just trying to make money, or blah, blah, blah. And you have to know that it is not true. And in your heart of hearts, are you just out to scam someone for $40? Really? Like, really? I could ask someone to borrow $40 and I could get myself a 40 spot. You know, it's like, it's not the sale of the challenge pack at the end of the day that matters. It's the change that we get to see within these women. It's the true change of like, wow, look at them. They're proud of themselves because they're a more patient mom, or they're proud of themselves because they're pouring into them so they can pour into others. They know now that they are capable of things that they never thought they were capable of. That's incredible. I never, ever, ever imagined this is what I would be doing. Ever. Like, can't make this shit up. I was like, whoa, total, like we're having the mind body soldier, and obviously Beachbody is the body part. And we are having a women's retreat for everybody in March 2020. Like, we're having our coach retreat in October, and I lined up a place, and I can't believe it's really happening. And there are 200, I host 200, there's bunk beds. It's like, I'm talking amazing. It's an hour and 15 from Jacksonville. So if you guys want to come fly into Jacksonville. But that's for everybody across the board, because for me, something was missing. And I wanted my coaches to be able to offer more than just the body part, because I hated hearing women say, I really want to do the fitness program, but I can't wrap my head around that right now. I'm so stressed out. I am so overwhelmed. I am so just like, I can't even think. You want me to do a workout? I can't even get my kitchen clean. And so it really pushed me to grow into the person that I was supposed to do, because Beachbody pushed me to push my limits, push that uncomfortable boundary, training into doing these things and learning how to use social media. All of this stuff has come together to be able to do something bigger than I ever imagined. And if you think of Beachbody as an incredible platform to help women, and then allow yourself to grow with those passions, it can be, there's no limit. I never thought I would be hosting a retreat for women, just like, I mean, like the ones I want to go to that I've never attended. You know, the ones that you're like, oh, a yoga retreat looks so beautiful, I can't go there. Like, you know, and now this is like, okay, how do we make it affordable? How do we make it fit? How do we make it really change lives? That all stemmed from just not quitting in the hard times. That all stemmed from reaching out when, oh, come on, I don't feel like inviting. Yes, but I had 2 weeks where I was off. Now I know I have time and I'm just not making it, you know, like, you know, when you come back off a hiatus and you really do have time to show up, that's when you just need to gut check yourself or check back in and say, hey guys, I just need help. What are we inviting to now? Like, that's what Louise reached out 2 days ago. She's been traveling with her family. She's a leader on the team. What are we inviting to? I was like, Health Bet, MM100, 9-1, we start. Here's the script. Thank you. Because that's what we do for each other. You know, and I did it to everybody a few weeks ago myself. I was like, where are we? What month is this? So sorry, I go on my tangents. But does anybody else have any final questions or anything that you want to add, or anything?
Can I share with you?
Sure.
Good.
No? Okay.
Can you-
Janelle?
Hi. So I am having, I think it was Nicole that was saying that she was like overwhelmed, staying in the same spot. My husband has been gone for almost a month now. So I've been by myself.
But I definitely am having a hard time like inviting and whatnot. This is like the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. Thank you, baby. Um, so, so definitely like getting back. Yeah. Well, that's great. It's getting better though. But I'm having a hard time like kind of reaching out. Like I'm okay with like posting, you know, like, okay, I finished the workout. Here's my picture of it. But I really don't want to video my fat ass jumping up and down and post that for the world to see. And definitely like I feel definitely self-conscious, you know, just being like, okay, you know, like come do this thing with me. This is what I look like, but you could look much better. So I'm kind of like, if that makes sense, like kind of waiting a little bit. And I know there's other people in the same spot, but
I think that is a huge mistake that people make is they want to be at their end goal before they start sharing that, like, look at my before and after and look at it now. It's like, that's cool. I wanted, you know, I would much prefer a coach that was struggling and showing that they're struggling, but they're showing up anyway, so I can relate to them. Like, follow Morgan Mitchell if you don't.
I do. She's awesome.
She just shares it. She's like, you know what? But she had the same fears that you have right now. She's like, I don't want to see that. I'm not taking my before pictures. I was like, yes, you are. I had to fight with her. Yes, you are.
I have not taken my before pictures.
And now she's like, Jack, thank you. You know, and she tells all our coaches, you're going to hate me. You're going to hate me. Get up and go take it right now because you have to. Because I want to see a coach on their journey. I want to see how hard it is because then I know when it's hard for me, I'm not going to quit. If it's easy, I have a lot of people that, and I had the same thing. When I got in shape, I was like, it's really hard for me. It was actually hard for me to share that I was in shape because how can I help people now? I don't want to lose weight. I'm fine where I am. Yeah, cool. How do you inspire people if you're not on a journey? And I had to change my mindset because I was like, wait a minute. I'm constantly growing. Now I'm training for something. Now I'm athletic, which I haven't been since high school. Now I'm focusing on getting stronger, you know? And so meet you where you are and share that. And, you know, you will be so grateful in a few months' time when you have those photos and you look back and you're like, I'm really glad I took them because I get to see how far I came. And now everyone else can see how far I came. And it's like vital to the process to take those, to do those videos, and if you're not comfortable sharing the videos just yet, don't share them. There's photos of Morgan. I know she didn't share because I'm seeing new ones now. And I'm like, I didn't see that, but she took them. You know, she took them and she had them for her and they were kept in her little folder somewhere. And now she's been crushing it for 2 years. You know, but now she's comfortable sharing. So just take them, keep them. When you're comfortable, share them. And share that about it. Like, you know, I struggle because I don't know who would want to be in this journey with me because I'm not at my end game. But guess what? I won't quit on you because I'm not going to quit on myself. Think about how moving that is. I'm like, damn, I'll sign up with you. Like, you're not at your end game, but you're going to be with me on this because you're not going to quit. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Like, it's change your mindset on it. And I'm telling you, it'll come across in your posts. It'll come across in the people that you attract. And just own who you are in the season that you're in. Own that person because that person is you no matter what. And you're always growing if you're always moving forward. So, yep, take your pictures.
You're not alone. I'm in the same boat.
See? Madison, you took your pictures though, right?
I took my pictures. I haven't posted them. I'm like, maybe I should have worn high-waisted so my stretch marks aren't there. But you know what? It is who I am, so.
Yeah.
Dude, no joke, the one-legged burpees, I did 121 yesterday. One-legged burpees I cannot do because of my fupa. It is not okay.
I haven't even tried those yet, and I don't think I want to.
No, I am excited to originally do them. And if I had my normal pre-baby body back, I would have been excited them and I would have been excited. But I seriously cannot get my knee up because there is just skin and it's wonderful.
See? But that's stuff that everybody can relate to. Everyone can relate to that. Everyone's had a baby. Everyone that's been overweight. Everyone can relate to that shit. I know. When I was working out after having each and every single one of the kids, and after my first two, I didn't work out. It took a long time. But seriously, same thing. And when I look in the mirror, and yes, I'm in shape now, I still have so much skin, and that's why I started posting about it the last few days. I'm like, freak, I love high-waisted because it doesn't flop over it, you know, but I'm like, tuck it in, and I was like, if I'm always tucking it in, how are other people feeling? So, yeah, I'll tuck it in because I don't need it flopping over when I'm walking around, but at the same time, I want to share about it so people know that they have it, that I have it too. Like, Jack, your stomach looks great. I'm like, yeah, but that's fine. But I did grow giant babies, and I'm very elasticy, and I can, like, woo, like, you know, just like my flapjacks. I talk about them often. Like, they're pancakes. I went from beautiful boobs to pancakes, you know. Other people can relate to that. It's like, oh, me too, girl. Me too, you know. So just share those. Yeah, I think you guys are going to rock it. Okay, I do have to run because I have to get – I think he got himself dressed, yeah. But we got to run and meet his teacher. He starts school next week. Praise Jesus. I love him. I really do. Jesus. Yeah. You have scissors. See what I mean? Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah. He's going, Jesus. Okay. And I will post this recording and then post it in the thread. So that you guys can go back if you need to, or if I know Michaela will probably want to watch the recording. If anybody that wants to watch the recording, more than welcome. I'm gonna take a quick pic of us. If you guys can get on your videos, Crystal and Jess, if you want to. If not, I'll just put a GIF over you. That's what I'm gonna start doing. It's gonna be awesome. All right, 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right, cool. Thank you, girls, for coming. I don't know if we'll have one again next Thursday, but if you guys want one, say, hey, Jack, can we have a new coach call again? It really helps me. I don't mind getting it on the schedule, but to have it every single week, I also want you guys to have time to work and not feel like you have to come to one more call. So as of right now, we don't have one, but if a couple of you are like, hey, I really need it, we can make it work. Just let me know by Sunday, and that way we can put it on the plan for the week. All right, ladies, have a great day. I love you all.
Thank
I'm so happy to
you.
do this journey with you.
Thank you so much.